I hope.
How are things?
I thank the Lord I'm still alive and well.
So do I. Others haven't been so fortunate.
Take care now.
God bless you. What trouble?
Sir Robard sent me to you.
Indeed. I'll never...
Well, I'd like to help you.
Actually, Conrad Key's a...
Conrad Key?
He's a scholar who studied med... He even took part...
You're still an engineer, though.
Are you serious? If we were lucky...
He was with Sig...
It's not so... Quite.
Banished.
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer.
What's he doing?
They sent him...
And how am I supposed...
Well...
All right.
Thank you, Henry.
Farewell.
My respects to you.
How are things with you?
Wait now, weren't you on the nighttime raid too?
I keep saying...
Aye, and pray for salvation. May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants...
No, I just...
Oh,
Yes, I've heard. Fine. I brought you some meat.
Stack it over here. What's going on? You said you were bringing meat. Take care now.
Why are you waking me? Go away. Leave me be. I want to sleep.
Good fella. That's my boy. Let's hunt some.
Disobeyed made a direct order, and now you're getting all...
My respects to you.
How are the men?
There are
Are they causing trouble?
no trouble.
But there might be a simple.
Whipping a man, simple.
But then you'd have a.
I know.
How go? Can you teach? I'd like.
Well, God be with you.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Look what you're.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
The bloody insolence.
And what if I
Then I'll...
try it?
Ah.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
My respect.
I brought you some.
Stack it.
That's the lot.
Great. May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mother of God.
I need something to keep our soldiers awake.
I do know of a concoction.
That'll be very...
Good luck, then.
Day.
Do you happen to know...
What do you... Never mind, what do I...
Bye-bye.
Tam studenka kamena.
Oh, come on. What are you trying on here? Jesus.
Whose house is it?
It's our local
What is the... But
But in fact,
you don't seem...
of course.
I'm much obliged. Is this where...
Indeed.
World...
If not yet, then...
I need...
Oh, really?
Tobias Fayfarers.
Must be important. Here's the...
You look bored.
Beyond.
How can you be bored here in...
Don't even... Me!
Maybe I could help.
How?
No, not at all. You could touch it for luck.
Well, now.
Of course.
Don't I be vague? Being a pleasure.
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir, Tobias Fayfar.
Favor?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing that...
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fayfar has been given the task of...
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on...
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, then when Sigismund, perhaps left is the wrong word, some...
They locked you...
Not quite. Frank, although I have lost quite...
And why are you here in Sassa?
To be honest,
Money, sir.
dear me,
Could I help you?
who says I...
But you said you couldn't...
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my... And my...
What is it?
Belly mark. What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Who do you want?
My...
Could I not just pay...
I doubt it.
Ah.
Yes,
Couldn't Carol be persuaded?
I realize, but I...
What do you...
Carol,
How do I get...
it will be... Look here.
You really can't come...
Damn,
Why can't you...
that's a long...
Couldn't...
But
I don't want to...
How are you?
I need some help from Master...
Then go and talk.
The thing is, he's already...
I can't consent to that.
But the conquest of Talmberg is more important.
From what I... Anyway,
Conrad would only have to leave...
we might, if he didn't get himself. I've given my answer.
Supposing I compensate...
What use would coin...
Supposing...
What use would coin be to me?
Thank you.
You're well...
May God...
Goodbye.
Well then, speak.
I've got that commission.
Not so loud. The very thing. Go to the Sasau scribe.
Is that a pub?
Just so. He insists on. Then all you.
All right.
But Carol's no.
You really can't come.
Damn. I'd like to rain some boulders on.
Why can't you?
And then.
Thanks for the.
Your mo-
Are you sure you?
Not a chance. How the hell?
That's neither here nor there.
How much? Very well.
It's been a pleasure.
Sure.
They're after me!
What? Who is?
Leave? I can't even set foot up.
Please, calm.
They're up.
Who?
Siggy's.
Why would they?
Because he's never forgiven my criticisms of Nick. What am I to?
What makes you think?
When I was on my way to. Now I. And just. There.
Take it easy.
I don't know.
He won't.
You will. What am I to do? What the hell am I to do? What am I to do? What the hell am I to do? Assassin, after all this time. They're after me, damn it. I left Prague, didn't I? Why do they want to kill me now? after me, damn it! I left Prague, didn't I? Why do they want to kill me now? After me, I know it! What am I to do? What the hell am I to do? What am I to do? What the hell am I to do? No, it. What am I to do? What the hell am I to do? They're after me, damn it! Hide! 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 What am I? What am I? Hide! Hide! What am I? There. Assassin! After all this time! I know they're after me. I know it. They're after me. Damn it.
I hope that I could...
Don't you find... Do you know anything about...
It rings a bell. No. Take care.
I know they're after me. I know it.
I've got you. You can't...
What?
Silence!
Assassination?
Are you Lord Paycar? The one who was on the crusade?
Well,
Because you've come to us...
Keezer?
Well, yes.
It's all a terrible mistake. And I've come to realize, so I wanted...
I don't believe a...
Well, but if it will help you sleep, may the Lord watch over you.
Oh.
Alla dobredala.
Well, did you find any?
I did.
And?
He's dead.
Lord.
It was.
So they are.
Come to Townburn.
Yes. Thank you.
What am I doing talking to a... Are you playing tricks on me?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Come this way, neighbour, for the finest game around.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God be with you.
I'm looking for... I don't know it.
I do.
Talmberg.
Christ, if you want...
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The Lord be praised.
How do you feel?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be.
Let someone tend to the...
What flesh can be healed.
What is it you need?
I need a priest as well as a physician.
Godwin.
It's... Take care.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm on...
The charcoal burn.
That...
Well, you can stop.
Good. Good luck to you.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Roketa to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roketa? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Roketa are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Roketa, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
Greetings. Goodbye. Huh. God be with you.
Greetings.
I came to an
He's already... That I got.
glad I could be.
I'm truly fine. I probably...
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
How are you? There's something I...
Is there, my...
There are a lot.
Has someone
So Divish him...
Well, well, well. Good luck to you.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
I've come to ask.
Again?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg.
These are...
Thank you, Father.
Fine.
Just as I thought. There aren't any remains here. Looks ordinary. A bit too ordinary.
Good day to you.
I've got a bowl for it.
A bowl.
Behold.
Ah,
Yes.
you're right. I mean, you.
Grosh.
And Henry,
Yes.
I just wanted. If you took, may the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are. That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Move! Move! Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish! Sir! They're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here, and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townburg.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz.
I need more than that from you. If we can't hold out at the Qual, and since Hanish is commanding the flank attack...
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander.
Sir?
I mean...
But... I want to be in the van...
Now hear me. There are whole cemeteries full of heroes. Not to me. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men...
But sir, I think...
Quiet. Don't... And then conduct... If... That's what I like to hear. They'll be mustering...
If you thought you'd be spending the whole siege sitting on your arses playing dice...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just a little longer. Not yet. Easy, easy. Hold, hold. Easy, man.
Damn it! They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
They've nowhere to hide.
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Start talking, or make your... The Lord...
Sir, I met...
Rumor had... God be with you.
Well now, Eric. Fuck. You need to change your tone. How many men...
How should I know?
Who is this?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing...
How did you...
What's that got to do?
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless?
Who does he take it?
Are you stupid?
Listen to me. Toth has...
Do you take him for a fool? Do you...
You'd better pray he will for your... I won't wait.
I don't...
Why should he...
You don't know anything. He'll come for me.
Now I'm curious. Why would he...
You never...
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him.
I thought you were much too... Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary... Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
At your service.
I'm about to give the... And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have...
I'll be delighted. Sorry, sir.
There's not all you have.
Well, I suppose I could...
Then, sir, may the Lord watch over...
Load the trebuchet! God be with you.
What do you think? Well...
See you later.
I'm at... May the Lord watch over you.
That's a good... That's... Look what I've...
Divish said...
Sir.
It's all the same.
No, it is...
Sir Divish.
Aye.
That's all.
For a few days. Goodbye.
Is something in the...
A few of them...
I'm here.
Can you teach...
Sir.
I'd like to...
All right, but... Now... Take care.
I'm here.
Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What's going on there?
Get him!
No! Curse it! You're dead!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. I found all of that.
That's a relief. God be with you.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over town.
Just so.
All right.
There's no reason. You won't have another...
I'm ready.
I think
And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
Smash down! Clear those battlements! Smash down! Clear those battlements! We've got them! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one. Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, a grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none.
And without honor, we are nothing.
Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
battlements. We have to see which way they go. Oh, they really are heading for Scallets. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah. Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans. Yeah.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger. The way you found Toth, sneaking into Brannick all on your own, well, hats off to you, man. Wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Yeah. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there.
Yeah.
Alive.
There's no sign of them. Move on. I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
All right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Doing well, son.
Father. Come now. You know who sired you. That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Hal, are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Yobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
So,
Yes.
Don't
worry.
I know. You'll be there to...
Rest assured.
And don't get...
Yes.
It's 3...
That's about all.
Very...
But we have to ask in a way.
How about writing that you're concerned about... King Wenceslas. I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense. My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
The Lord be praised.
Are you wishing you...
You must be joking.
Really?
You can't... Goodbye. So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to halt. How is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Radzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
Ow! What? Yeah! Are you blind, for Christ's
What do you
sake?
think about Sir Yobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again. But now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. It beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Hey, don't move a finger. Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law breaking. That'll... What's the matter?
Yeah.
Is that the best you...
You'll get what for. I'll slop. Ale dopadele. Come here, lily liver. I'm going to enjoy this. You call that combat? Bring it on. Kurva!
Mutt! Oh, Sakra. He's run off again.
What the?
Well, young sir, what now?
I never took you for a romantic soul.
What, here?
Ah, that's just the thing. Well, who knows?
I'm a little worried.
Look, I can't...
Yeah.
Take care. Goodbye.